Buckle up, sports fanatics. This is the Sports Chasers Podcast, your HQ for in-depth sports talk. Join host Kevin L. Warren and crew as they dissect the hottest stories, ignite debates, and bring you closer to the action. From locker room whispers to expert takes, we cover it all. It's game time, so strap in and grab a drink. The Sports Chasers Podcast starts right now.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? What's happening, everybody? It's another episode of the Sports Chasers Podcast coming to you live and direct here on a Thursday night. A lot of things that we're going to get into tonight, man. We appreciate everyone that's been hanging out with us during this season of basketball, hockey. It's been a really, really good ride. We have been having a lot of great discussions. And, hey, we're not leading videos, man, and leading podcasts, man. It's about the WNBA. So we're going to talk about the WNBA and other things tonight. We got a special guest tonight. We're going to talk about soccer, football. Yes, we're going to talk about that. Let's meet the crew first before we get into that. We got D-Dubs. What's up there? D-Dubs with his Cleveland. I'm about to say the bad word, the Cleveland Guardians.
Forever the Indians, but it's the Guardians now. So, yeah. Hey, man, what's up, guys? Thursday night. Appreciate everybody being, jumping on. Going to do what it do.
Appreciate that, D-Dubs. We got Dan, the hockey dude. What's up, Dan? How are you tonight, bro?
Nothing, gentlemen. How's everybody doing?
All right. Dan-O.
He's so modest tonight, but y'all should have listened to him this episode before that when he talked about the Rangers. Talked about my man tearing the C off his chest. And come to find out, Dan, what was that we was watching? I think I sent you a TikTok. He said the same thing.
Yeah, check what's that.
Talking about Trouba?
Yeah, they said ripping the C off his chest because he was doing a disappearing act during the
ghost.
Yeah, man, he definitely was. The DA, what's up, man? How are you tonight, sir?
Hey, man. Another day, another something.
Another day, another something. That's right.
Yeah, I don't know what.
Hey, our special guest tonight, he's not no special guest. He's a friend of the show, family, as I'm concerned, man. He's Jay Kington. He's of the Into Miami podcast, man. Let's give Jay a round of applause. What's up, Jay? What's going on today, man?
Not too much, boys. Happy to be back with you again.
No doubt. Hey, Into Miami, man, they are on fire. Messi is doing his thing. We're going to give it to Jay. Jay, take it away. We're going to talk about some football with FUTBOL, soccer. And as the DA alluded to, it's 12 months a year, as he corrected me before we went on the show. Sorry, DA, I did not mean to disrespect. But $5 for you and $5 for him for not having his mic.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. I'm good. I just want you to know it's a sport too. That's all.
Absolutely. That's why we have Jay. Jay, what's up, bro? Go ahead, man. Take it away, man.
Oh, not much, man. I mean, it is a good time to be an Inter Miami fan. It is the best start we've ever had. First time leading the Eastern Conference. First time leading the Supporters Shield race. Really undisputable favorites in the league right now. There's only a couple teams that are going to be able to challenge us for that spot, man. But I'm counting my blessings because the first 4.5 years of pain have made this moment so much sweeter.
Listen, and I've been with you to a game when it was, I believe, what was that? Remember a year ago before he got there in July, a game against Chicago, and Jay was sounded just kind of like this. And when Messi came, all is well with the world, man. And that's a good thing, man. That's a good thing that he has infused a lot of goodwill into MLS. Even though, I can always say that they, MLS is behind, some of the stuff across the pond in Europe and stuff like that. But it's a great thing, man. What you think?
More kids are playing.
Yes.
Seriously.
More
Not
kids
just
are playing.
Mommy. No.
Yeah, no. I mean, young American kids are having their hearts captured by this team, specifically by Leo Messi. Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like the game we went out to, we probably lost because it seems like anytime I bring someone out to see the team, it's just
it was 1-0. Yes.
yeah. Anytime I bring someone out trying to be like, yo, come check this out, it's just like it's not a good showing, and they're like, why you do this, man? But no, man, the love is real. I mean, the stadium is sold out every night. We got all types of celebrities running through. I mean, we got other soccer players, Will Smith. We got UFC boxing legends in there. I mean, we got Heat players coming through, like Harold, Jimmy Butler, Marlins.
Sport,
I mean, like, yeah. And I mean, it's wild. I mean, people literally are traveling just to see this team. Or when Inter Miami's traveling to their city, everyone's coming out. Kansas City moved the game from their MLS stadium to Arrowhead just to increase the capacity to 80-some thousand. I mean, it sells out, and even playing an away game, it still feels like a home game because all these Messi fans are coming out. And even if they're not in an Inter Miami Messi jersey, they're in an Argentina jersey. Right. And it's just this wild obsession. I think, we've probably talked about it in the past, like Luka Doncic here is a star, but like Messi is a god that walks around men, and just these lines of people that wait for him outside the stadium. And he doesn't even go out the stadium that way, right? He gets like a little escort vehicular bus out, but I don't even have the heart to tell them because they're just all there passionate. We're talking like hundreds and hundreds of people. I mean, it is wild.
So I'll add some context to that. When I went with you to the game against Chicago, and before Messi got there, you can literally just touch the players. If you're talking about that little walkway leading to the. Not anymore.
Yeah. No, not no more. They
so it's like the Cowboys, like the Cowboys, how they go through the walkthrough.
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. So it used to be like that. Now they get literally like a police escort from 400 feet away from the stadium. Like it's now some of the the not so famous players will still make that walk on the way back, after leaving the locker room, but not nearly as many as it previously was. But if Messi's making that walk, there's going to be the entire stadium there waiting for him. So I get that aspect.
Yeah.
And he's a worldwide phenomenon. Like he's
the best to ever do it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not even deniable at this point.
You got some Ronaldo people, but Cristiano.
Statistically,
Messi,
though, I mean, run those stats any way you want to cut it.
Yes.
And low key, I was a Ronaldo fan before this, but now I'm all Messi. Don't tell anybody I said that.
No, we won't. It's our secret, right?
Well, my eyes have been opened.
I tell you what, there were so many Ronaldos. I didn't even think this is the best Ronaldo. So there was 2 or 3 that played for Brazil back in the day. I would put my money with those dudes. They just didn't have the monetary career as Cristiano Ronaldo. So
if my baby wasn't sleeping upstairs, I would bring this laptop up with you. I'd show you my framed R9 Ronaldo Nazario, the Brazilian one. Sir. I got it framed. I've got World Cup, Copa America cards in there with it. And then of course I grew up like a big Ronaldinho fan. I mean, I spent 2 summers in Brazil. That's where I fell in love with the game, right? Like we were playing soccer all day. And that was about the time Ronaldinho was there. And I think at the time I was like playing with Ronaldo on FIFA and stuff. So there's been a lot of good Ronaldos.
Yeah, Ronaldinho was a monster. Mm-hmm. Like he could dribble. Like I think he just had so much liberty to do what he wanted to do. It made him better because he had the freedom to try things. So he's like a Maradona.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Dudes. He's highlight reels of himself not even scoring goals, just disrespecting people.
Yeah, he kick it past you and then kick it back over your head.
Oh yeah,
kick it again. So like against
Messi does a little bit of that too, but he's kind of more of that innate scorer as well. But,
you guys are scary, man.
So Jay, let us know. So like you said, Inter Miami is ahead of the Eastern Conference. What's the schedule like? What's the schedule like, and what's going to go on here within the months of June and July here? What is lined up for Inter Miami?
So now it gets sketchy, right? Because now Messi's going to go away and play Copa America. Some other players been called up for international duties, including 2 of the homegrowns, Ben Hakramaski as well as David Ruiz. Mateus Rojas, who we just signed this year, who is a young stud, just came on I think 4 or 5 games ago was his first game, ripped one from outside the box and then chipped the keeper 2 goals in his first game. Anyway, all those players are leaving now, and really not all four of them matter, just one matters. When Messi leaves, everything changes. And so, the idea of this season was to run up as many points, as many wins as we possibly could, because we know that we were going to lose Messi for several weeks. So we got some serious games coming up. We got Philadelphia June 15th. Then we got Columbus. Columbus is one of those teams that could challenge us, honestly, in the Eastern side. Nashville, expansion side rival, built from the back team, strong defensive team. That's going to wrap up June. And then July, we got a couple weaker teams. We also have like Cincinnati, who is another one of the East who's really good. Toronto's made a come around this year. So, everyone needs to brace themselves because Messi's been gone and we've lost, 4 or 5 games in a row before. So it's nothing new. And then at the end of July, we start the Leagues Cup, which is the annual competition. Just started last season. This would be the second iteration of it. And it's basically MLS and Liga MX, which is the Mexican league. And those sides face off. Now, Inter Miami won this competition last year, which got them automatic entry into the CONCACAF Champions Cup, but we were knocked out, unfortunately, by Monterrey. But this is a fun competition. Not only does that Mexico-American rivalry run deep from the international side, but also from the MLS side. Liga MX doesn't have a salary cap. So, most of their players are paid quite a bit of money. Skill gap between typical MLS side and and Liga MX is pretty substantial, since the MLS has some seriously hindering roster regulations. But at the same time, we got a Messi, we got a Suarez, we got a Busquets, and we got a Jordi Alba. So we got 4 Barcelona boys, and I'll put us up against anybody on this hemisphere. Yeah.
Makes sense. So let me ask a question, Jay. So with the Olympics, right? Because soccer is an Olympic sport, right? So, or that the USA team, are there any MLS guys on that squad that would that notable that would be lost to some teams?
Yeah, so we're really waiting on the decision, but it's kind of leaning towards the way that Benha Kramaski, who's a homegrown out of Inter Miami, might play for the U.S. International team during the Olympics. There's also a chance that he opts for the Argentina route because he is, an Argentinian and American citizen. The tricky thing with the Olympics, unless they've changed it this year, which I honestly haven't heard anything, but it's all players who are 23 and under. And then each team can have, I believe, 3 players that are over the age of 23. So they'll typically have some of the more senior guys that kind of, lead the team, kind of that captain aspect. But for the most part, it's going to be all the youngins. It's kind of the similar thing with like boxing, right? Like we're not, seeing any of these primetime boxers go compete in the Olympic. It's typically people that are around that, 19 to 22 kind of range.
Yeah.
That's really cool. I always thought for the Olympics, it would probably make sense to let your 22, 18 and under team play internationally in that game. Save the old guys for the cup, because it's just a lot of soccer. It's a lot of running.
I feel like maybe like outside of track or maybe figure skating, I feel like the Olympics is typically geared around that kind of age demographic and kind of semi-professional type athletes. No one that's really a multi-millionaire to an extreme, but it's something that young people can strive to achieve, whether they're in college or shortly after college. Right. So that's kind of the same reason like I love college basketball and college football probably in my heart a little more than the pro side, is because, well, maybe prior to the NIL deals, it was kind of for the love of the game. Yeah. And then you were hoping you could, get to that level. So that's always fun to watch.
So are the international guys doing the same thing, or kind of keeping it to 22, 23-year-olds, and not leaving the old guys kind of home?
For the Olympics, yeah, but there's also summer international tournaments that are coming up, which we're going to use our senior team for, right? So The good news about the U.S. men's national team now is the vast majority are playing in Europe. Yeah. Only a handful of them are coming out of the MLS. So, I've been saying it for about 4 years. I'm gonna stick to it. Like I'd be really surprised if we can't make it to the semifinals of World Cup 2026. That's how confident I am in the U.S. team players that have really. That last World Cup, they were a little too young, like 21, 22, 23, but now they're going to be right around that prime age. I think they can make a serious run.
Yeah, I think they'll treasure goals and shots on goal a little bit more because you don't always get good shots. And they had a few in the World Cup that they didn't take and they kind of hesitated on. But I don't think they'll hesitate now because they've seen, what it looks like. You just take your shot when it's there. Regardless, take the shot when it's there. So,
but the fun part is, the Copa America has been a little bit expanded this year, right? So, the U.S. is going to play in that, and their first group stage game is June 23rd. I mean, this is the same one Messi is going to play, right? So, they kind of expanded this really to all the Americas right now. It's traditionally been more South American focused, right? But now they're throwing in some teams from Central. North America. We got Jamaica in there. We got Canada in there as well. So, I feel like the United States is really embracing the sport. And more importantly, other countries in our regions, right, the CONCACAF region or the CONMEBOL region of South America are also kind of embracing America's love for it. And you see these tournaments kind of expand. There is the Gold Cup, or the Nations League like a couple years ago, and we allowed Qatar to come over and play in it. And it's really just for the CONCACAF League. So I feel like they're really trying to open this thing up to everybody. And there's nothing more than that, right?
Yeah, I think
nothing greater than rooting for your country.
As they say, I guess, Jay, they kind of respect our gangster now, so to speak, because they're like, they're serious now, and I think before they, didn't know if we were serious, so like when Henry came over and played the MLS, he didn't know then because, you still had this bring over an old star from Europe thing. And, now the teams are really playing. They have, they're solid all the way through, and I watch, man. And I don't think it's weird. I think the kids here are almost as good. It's just I think the kids overseas probably have a few more years experience in playing or practicing at a higher level, but they're the same.
Well, I feel like the kids over in Europe certainly this is the premier sport they want to play. This is what they grow up with, right? Here you got other sports, and you can make a ton of money in those other sports. So but what you're really seeing is, it really started with David Beckham going over to LA Galaxy, and then you saw. Henry, Giovinco, Didier Drogba, Frank Lampard, Andre Pirlo, Kaká. You start to see all these players come over, and that's kind of now we're like in the second iteration of it with Messi, and he's bringing over players. And LA Galaxy is trying to get, and it sounds like they're extremely close to getting Marco Ruiz from Dortmund, who just played in the Champions League final. And they're trying to get Lewandowski back with him, who's currently playing for Barcelona. So we're starting to see a lot of these players coming to the league, but at the same time, that's been happening. Well, that's great for the MLS, right? But at the same time, the U.S. men's national team has been creeping up in the worldwide rankings of soccer for the past several years, and so everything is just kind of getting to a fever pitch where, I don't think it'll ever be the biggest sport in America. I think it's always going to be the NFL, but that's the only sport that stole a day from Jesus, and now people are sitting on their couch watching Red Zones and being in church, right? But it's got a serious chance to get top 3 sports. I think, I think there's a high chance MLB gets knocked off here. It's been a slow process, but we all know we've got the best athletes in the world just with our size, and now we see all these, we were talking about IMG pre-show, right? Now these kids are getting, college level facilities before they can even drive a car. Yeah. And so all that, the further back that goes, the more it grows and the better the results are.
Yeah, I think we're gonna I think kids, if they really look at the money worldwide, football is it, not NFL football. Like, if you're a great athlete, you're Allen Iverson now. Yeah, I would be a striker because you can go to you can go play in Saudi Arabia and they'll pay you $1 million a day or something to play out there. So
exactly. I mean, the Saudi League is paying on God. They were trying to give 1.2 billion to Messi to come play.
Yeah, and they gave Mbappe $1 billion. So
Jesus.
Yeah,
I mean,
sounds great.
Chris Johnson in his prime, or Darren Sproles little help around as a striker. I said like LeBron or AD and net. Like, come on. Like, if we had our best athletes out there, if that's all they grew up wanting to do, we'd be one of the best in the world every year.
We'd be fine. It's just like you said, we don't have the best guys playing, but we're getting some of the best. And with our population and training, I think that's probably what's helping us move up. And guys getting a chance to play overseas on the A teams, not like, the lower level guys. They're playing with, top tier European, Bundesliga. We got guys over there playing. So you're not going to see
that bleeds in.
So,
and that can bleed into the domestic players. I mean, there might be players that were, making 100,000-200,000 a year. And now they get to learn from Messi or Suarez or Busquets, right?
Right.
But the real thing is here, like, it starts with the fans. Everyone's had kind of a moment they can look back on with your dad or family member, maybe with your friends. You go to a sporting event, you fall in love with it. Or like a little kid goes to an air show, is like, Dad, I want to be a Blue Angel when I get older, right? It starts at that level. So you got to do stuff that brings more fans in, makes it entertaining. And that's the way you capture this. Now, it's not an instantaneous process, right? It takes, decades to snowball. But, we got to start somewhere.
Well, I'll tell you this. Down here in South Florida, me and Jay is in South Florida. There's a lot of young kids walking around with Messi jerseys, which is a really, really good thing, especially like you said, if the U.S. MLS is trying to grow the game. And I just think it's a wonderful thing. Like you says, we can all remember when we started, that one sport we're playing. Dan, he can go on about his first time on the ice in Pittsburgh, suburb, playing ice hockey. I remember playing catch with my dad. Me and D-Dubs, our first game, we went to a Yankee Stadium. We were sitting all the way back. I'll never forget against the Minnesota Twins when the Twins were the Powder Blues, Kent Herbeck and Kirby Puckett. And you never forget.
You see how that's ingrained? You see how that is ingrained in your memory?
Absolutely.
It's never going to leave you.
Got one of those stories.
Yeah, it's never going to leave you.
Never going to leave you. Never going to leave you, man.
So, question.
Go ahead.
You said that you had some players. So, do you guys during the season, like the European teams, lend players to?
Yeah.
So, okay. So, what do you get back if you let
So typically the strategy is if someone's not playing but they're taking a serious hit on your roster, you're going to loan them out. You don't really see a lot of inter-league loaning. A lot of the times they're going to teams in Mexico, Central America, South America, right? And what you're basically looking to do is trying to like alleviate that cap space off you, that cost to you. And then, I don't know the statistics, but about 50% of these loans, it's a loan with an option to buy. So if the player likes it, the club likes it, they can go ahead and purchase them.
So he'll never he may never come back, but he'll be somewhere. He'll have a home.
Yeah, I mean, there's been multiple players like I've seen around the stadium that we sent out on loan that, just waiting to see if they're going to be staying out with the team we loaned them to. They'll come back home every now and then. Because at the end of the day, we're still cutting the checks. But, a lot of times it can be good, and like I'm a Chelsea fan, right? And they've had since, the whole Ukraine war, or Russian owner, like everything was frozen. He was forced to sell the team. So it's been a nightmare recently. But Chelsea's always been known to have this loan army. We're talking like 30, 40 players out on loan. And it's good because if they're a young player, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, not ready for a starting spot, we'll send them to another team where they can start, typically in a lower division or in another league, maybe in Spain or France or whatever, just so they can get that consistent starting and experience on the field. And then a lot of times we're bringing them back once they're developed, or we're just selling them off for higher market. And that happens a lot with the academy, and it's double-edged, right? These kids dedicate their whole life to one team, and that's the team they want to play for. But if you're not getting the minutes, you want to go make a name for yourself, right? And you want to show people what you can do.
That's how you make your money.
That's how you make the money. Yes, sir.
Real quick, before you go, Jay, Real Madrid, they won, what is it, their 15th championship, I believe?
15th.
15th, man. Tell me a little bit about
it. It's like double of anyone else.
Wow.
Great match, though.
Go ahead and tell me about go ahead.
You can't kill Real Madrid. They are like they're the zombie team. Any team that goes up 2-0 on them thinks like, oh, we're about to beat Real Madrid. No, you're not. Like, they find a way in those last 15 minutes to win a game, come back in a game, or kill off a game. It is very impressive, and they are known. I don't think La Liga is that strong of a league. They really have Real Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico Madrid, occasionally, depending on what year, Sevilla or Valencia. But they built such a reputation that kids grow up and their dream is to go play for Real Madrid. And they acquire the best players in the world, seems year after year. They had the Galacticos with Beckham, with R9, Brazilian Ronaldo,
right?
Zinedine Zidane, Roberto Carlos. Like, they're always stacked. They have the second iteration with, current Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, Benzema, Toni Kroos. And this one, so I was watching a video earlier and someone said it perfectly, like, Kylian Mbappe isn't going over to like the Galacticos style of Real Madrid, but he's going over to the champion winning Real Madrid. And I think they've won, I would have to fact check this, but I think it's been like 6 in the past decade or something, maybe even one more than that. Like, they're consistent winners.
Wow. That's a bad team, as you alluded to, man. And 15 times. That's something else. Before we got out of here, your thoughts, long term, well, not long term, about the season for Inter Miami. What you think? What's your predictions, if you had some? Now that you're an optimist.
Predictions is and I'm trying to stay grounded.
Right. Of course.
There are really 3 trophies that are left to win. Right. We're knocked out of the CONCACAF Champions League.
Mm-hmm.
We have the League Cup, which won last year. We have the MLS Cup, which will be a playoff format. And then we have the Supporters Shield, which is the team that finishes the league with the most points. I think they even give out a trophy for like Eastern Conference, champions or whatever, but no one really cares about that. So I think one trophy is what to expect at a bare minimum. Ideally, I'd like to see us win the MLS Cup. We are, again, leading the league in all the right categories.
Right.
The MLS Cup is the one that kind of carries the most bragging rights. Even if you're the best team throughout the whole season and scored the most points, but you lose in the semifinals or the final of the MLS Cup, everyone really only remembers who won the MLS Cup. So that's the one with that I really want to see. That's the one I'm hoping we get. Again, we got a lot of older people, so it does come down to management, right? And the fatigue and making sure they're informed. But I'd say there's a solid chance we're getting 2 out of 3. And there's a stretch here that we could bring in really the 3 main trophies in the league.
Has that been done before?
There's been Supporter Shield and MLS Cup. The Leagues Cup just started last year, so not yet.
Okay.
And then I don't think Seattle was close. I can't remember if they got it. That was in like 2022, I think. I know they won the CONCACAF Champions League, which was like the first time an MLS side had won in like 25 years or something. I don't think they won the league. I think they won it 2 years prior. So it's up for grabs. That would be a serious bragging right kind of achievement right there.
That's good, man. That's good. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Jay Kington of the Inter Miami podcast. Let me give him some applause. whenever I call Jay always comes through and gives us everything concerning soccer, man. Jay, thank you so much. Appreciate it. And like I said, we'll talk offline this weekend and square some things away, man. So thank you, Jay. Appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, Jay.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Good boys. Always a good time. Take
Same
care.
here, bro.
Appreciate it.
You got it, man. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
So, Jay, we got a little soccer. Got some soccer out the way. As DA said, soccer is a 12-month sport. It's year-round. I stand to be corrected, DA. I didn't mean to be disrespectful.
No, it's fine.
Hey, real quick, I wanted to ask, these guys, they don't play? How do they get to be cohesive? You know what I'm saying? Because they seem like they bounce around or they go this team.
There's a certain strategies,
okay,
especially offensively, that works that every team uses, right? And it's just called triangles, right? So
okay,
when you're playing, you want to make a triangle. So when you watch a match, you'll see the triangle, like it'll of some sort, so you can get the ball up, move the ball back, and move the ball left to right. So there's always a triangle in football. So you'll see it happen. So whether you are on one team or another, they're all pros. So I guess it's kind of like
so
you kind of
it's a system.
Yeah,
and you pretty much know
what they're going to do because.
Gotcha. Okay.
I mean, soccer coaches get paid a lot of money, and I'm still not exactly sure what strategy they use.
Okay.
But again, it's all good. But whenever you watch a football game or soccer, you'll always see a triangle. Just look for the triangles.
Okay.
I mean, it'll bug you out the first time you see it, but look for the triangles on the field, and you'll see them all the time. Because when one man gets the ball, the other two guys closest to him have to make a triangle.
And you'll notice
they'll be behind him.
Okay, so it really doesn't have to be. You have to be playing with the team or playing with a group of guys to.
Well,
that helps.
Okay.
It helps.
So that's still okay.
The speed of the game, how fast the guy is.
Okay.
There are things that happen, and in different leagues, they play a bit of a different style. So it may be more physical, maybe expecting more physicality. Maybe you don't try to score as quickly. You try to get around the box, move. Like the Liga, they trying to go straight at you. Like that Spanish Real Madrid, that's what they call the beautiful game. They play the beautiful game, they say there, which is the Brazilian game too, but it's the beautiful game, they say. And, Bundesliga is a little bit more hard body. Shoot, you're playing in the snow. It's got to suck. They got to pay you out there because you'll see soccer in the snow for real. And in London, it's hard. But everything on this side of the pond is they got good players, but it's still the major league is overseas. So,
got it.
Right now.
But,
man, we have to, do what we have to do as far as the sport's concerned. I think it's coming along for real. I think it's coming along.
Right.
Cool.
And what I didn't say to Jay, I wanted to say, and I'll say on this show out loud, is that the reality is soccer is going to grow because mothers, the more they hear about, and I'm not saying it's all true because, whatever. But the more they hear about, head injuries and injuries in football, so forth and so on, the other American football, less kids are going to play. So, less kids are going to play. So you're going to have more soccer players and more lacrosse players, even though that's a freaking hard-ass sport, too. I've seen dudes get clocked.
They're playing
in lacrosse. But
they're playing that lacrosse, man. Yeah.
They say it's safer. So
okay. They play physical. Oh, okay.
Don't start. We're gonna get to that.
I got a call to action. Let me get my nieces. She's gonna do the call to action tonight.
Well, hold on. Before you do the call to action, hey, we want to welcome the angry one and my main man Ryan.
What up?
Hey, fellas, what's going on?
What's going on?
Hey, Ryan, where's that tape at?
Hey, listen, man, I wasn't there. I don't know. Hey.
Oh, okay. I'm just asking.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see. We'll talk about it though. But yeah, man.
Here's a call to action from my niece Kennedy. Here you go.
Hey there, sports enthusiasts. I'm Kennedy Warren, the proud daughter of Daryl D. Dubs Warren, your usual guide through the thrilling world of sports on the Sports Chasers podcast. Today I'm stepping into some pretty big shoes, temporarily filling in for my dad. Don't worry though, I promise to bring you all the energy and passion for sports you're used to.
Look at her.
As a special guest today, I have the honor of delivering our call to action. So let's dive right into it, shall we? First and foremost, if you love diving deep into sports analysts, hearing the latest news, and enjoying some good old banter, do us a favor. Head over to our YouTube channel and hit the subscribe button. Not only will you stay up to date with all our episodes, but you'll also be part of our growing community of sports lovers just like yourself. But hey, the conversation doesn't stop there. We're all about engaging with our listeners. On the podcast side, drop us a comment, share your thoughts, and let us know what topics you're itching for us to cover. Your feedback is the playbook we use to make this show better every single episode. And because no one show is complete without a little love, please leave us that 5-star review. It helps us more than you know, boosting our visibility so that more fans can join in on the fun. Don't forget, we're not just living in the podcast and YouTube world. Sports Chasers is on all social media platforms. Follow us to keep the conversation going, catch behind-the-scenes content, and get updates on all things sports, whether you're into Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. We've got you covered. All right, team, that wraps up my time with you today. I've been Kennedy Warren, filling in for one and only D-Dubs. Thank you for welcoming me into your world, even if just for a little bit. Remember, in sports, as in life, it's all about the chase. Stick around for more sports insight and stories coming your way. And Dad, if you're listening, I hope I did you proud. See you next time on the Sports Chasers podcast.
Nice.
That was
way to go, Kennedy.
Yeah.
Way to go. Way
Where's
to
that
go.
applause button, boy?
I hope she's listening.
She is.
Yeah, nah, she's doing work, right? She's doing her homework. So, it's all good.
Shout out to her dad, D-Dubs, man. D-Dubs. All right, so like I said, we got some more stuff to get into. Let me go to the Chasers weekly recap here. This past weekend, Darryl Strawberry, his number was retired by the New York Mets. He played 8 years, had 252 home runs as a Met, and his number 18 was tied at Citi Field in Flushing on June 1st, 2024. Darryl Strawberry was a bad man when he went to Mets, propelled him to that 1986 World Championship. Him and Doc Gooden, they was rookie phenoms.
Rookie phenoms, yes.
And man, he's doing this thing now. I think what was that? I said he played 8 years with the Mets, and he deservedly so. He's got his number 18 retired with the Mets, and he's forever Met. I think he got a ring also with the Yankees on the flip side.
Yeah, on the Yankees too.
Yeah, so we got that number 2. Go ahead. Ryan.
And he had the prettiest swing, bro.
Yeah, that's when we.
Him and Eric Davis. And
Eric Davis, yeah.
Him, Eric Davis, and Ken Griffey Jr. to me.
Ken Griffey Jr. Yeah, had a pretty swing. Yeah. Oh yeah. It's a beautiful swing.
Definitely.
Beautiful swing.
Beautiful swing there. I talked about Real Madrid winning their 15th championship. This question is for Ryan.
Hey, how does Scheme do against the Dodgers?
Who?
He won. They won.
Yeah.
Dan's guy, yeah,
that's Dan's man.
Yeah.
No, that's my guy. I put Dan on the Scheme. In the summertime, I told him they had the rookie, right?
Well, sir, you should have told them to keep Scheme.
Yeah, I watched him at LSU.
Okay,
he's a real deal. But yeah, he whiffed Ohtani on 3 strikes, all over 100.
Yeah.
Next time up though, Ohtani went yard on.
Oh,
yeah,
Ohtani got him. Oh, well,
hey.
But yeah, they beat the crap out of him yesterday in the bullpen and let him back in.
Yeah.
And tonight they're doing the same crap. Like Jared Jones went game 1 through 6 innings scoreless. They won 1-0. Yesterday won 10-6, and they're down 6-4 right now. But that's against the Dodgers, the Yankees of the West.
Yeah.
Bought and paid for.
Yes, sir.
Yankees
Times 5.
Yankees of the West. What I got my notes here. NCAA football 25 by EA Sports is in the game. they had an official trailer, and they will be releasing this product for the first time. What is it, fellas? Was it 14 years? 15 years or something like that?
The best game they ever made.
11 years.
It's been a while.
Well, E speaker, the angry one, he's our gaming guy. E, go ahead, take it away with this. What you got?
Yeah, it's been 11 years. The last one came out 2014. So it's been a long journey. But from what I've gathered and what I've heard in the land of YouTube, this game is going to put Madden to shame, and they really did well with this game. So I'm quite excited for when this drops, and a lot of people are too. So
yeah,
if it's in the game, it'll be in this game.
Yeah, and Madden's been falling off the last couple of years, man. Especially
trash.
Especially franchise.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah.
No, go ahead, Ryan.
Especially franchise mode. Yeah, you right.
Well, here's my.
All the coders are working on the other game.
I'm just curious about the devs. Do they got the NIL portal on this thing? Because boy,
that'd be cool.
They've been working overtime putting these guys on every team every year.
Real dude.
Wow.
For real, you're gonna pollute the esports with your toxic.
I'm just saying, if you're gonna do it like if it's in the game,
it's in the game.
I don't
not
think
practice.
EA service,
the game.
EA service couldn't handle that. Yeah, I don't think they could.
I don't think they can put that in.
Pop in that portal.
That would be dope.
I'm not playing.
Yeah, that would. Yeah. You're going to
have
Randy's Fried
own little code popping. Yeah. So Dan gonna have a cheat code. He's just gonna be able to pop in portals.
Yeah.
While he's playing for one team, and next thing you know, Dan pop up on Oklahoma. Next week he pops up on Alabama.
8th year senior.
Jesus.
Yeah, super senior. The creepy dude that lives off campus plays guitar.
Let me move on before it goes left. John Means and Tyler Wells, both lefties for the Baltimore Orioles. They will be undergoing season-ending elbow surgery. Is this some type of? Well, we talked about it on this show how arm injuries are more prevalent now than it has ever been before, and they pitch less. I'm surprised DA didn't jump in.
I've said before, they actually tell the high school kids to have the surgery before anything happens, so they don't have to have it as pros. I know 2 kids that told me that and did that. They had the surgery in the minor league, so it wouldn't bother them when they got to the major league. Now you got to be good enough to do it, but
what
it starts with seriously, Dan. That's like they'll tell the kids that, get it before it happens.
What, Tommy John?
Yeah.
That's insane.
You could do something so that you'll never get it, but you have to, do that prior to you never get it.
So what do? They go in and rupture the tendon. That's not.
No. I don't know what to do. I'm not a surgeon, but I know they do it. So
duct tape.
You can look it up. But it's
I didn't know
it's that everybody is throwing that curve at a young age, and you're not supposed to. And I think it may be that they're throwing really hard at a young age. I'm not sure what it is, to be totally honest with you. And I honestly think that, like basketball and every other sport,
they play too much.
These things happen because these kids are wound up too tight, meaning to say that they've been lifting weights too long, too early, and the tendons and muscles are just too damn tight. Play one sport. That's all you do is that.
We definitely gotta get a sports doctor up here.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a great assertion. We've had an eye doctor up here. We had a psychologist. So we need absolutely, and we'll definitely do it.
I'll get my doctor, my surgeon. He's from Pittsburgh. Damn, love him. He's a big time Penguins dude.
Yeah, there's definitely got to be something to that. But go ahead, Kerr.
Let me move on here. Aaron Judge, he went back home to San Francisco, and he single-handedly just beat the Giants last weekend. He had 4 home runs, man. I'll get to the power rankings here in a second. Larry Allen, Cowboy great offensive lineman, he passed away this past week. He was 52, and he passed away while on vacation in Mexico, RAP. Larry Allen. He was a bad dude on those 90s Cowboy offensive lineman. A good feel-good story for the college baseball World Series. Birmingham Southern baseball team is pretty much done with. The school went to defunct mode, but the team made the college World Series. I don't at this time. I'm not sure they got eliminated yet, but hey, it's a feel-good story. They was able to get in, and the school is defunct. They are pretty much the last assertion of what's going on with the school. So shout out to Birmingham Southern for making the College World Series. The College World Series is going on. You should check it out. If you're a baseball head, check out the College World Series, as they always end it with their tournament in Oklahoma. So check out the College World Series. Let me move on to the MLB Major League Baseball Power Rankings. According to CBS, my Yankees are 44-19. Like I said, they destroyed. I mean, they've been on a pillaging field on the West Coast. They've been just destroying everybody on the West Coast. They came back home and they look like they get rid of the Twins. The Yankees are smoking. They're 44-19 as of yesterday. The Philadelphia Phillies doing the same. They're 44-19 and number 2 according to the rankings. The Dodgers 38-25, up 2 slots from last week. The Baltimore Orioles, they're 39-22. As I alluded to, their pitching woes, but they're able to stay in there with Albert Suarez becoming such a vital cog in the Orioles' pitching plans. So the Guardians, D-Dubs got on the Guardians. Shout out to the Guardians. It's my Pops team. They are down 2 spots. They're 40-21, man. But they, in the words of DA, they got bats, and they come to hit every night. So watch out for the Guardians. The Milwaukee Brewers, they are number 6. The Kansas City Royals are number 7, down 1 from last week. I was going to say the Boston Braves. The Atlanta Braves, they haven't played in Boston in like 100 years. Excuse me. They are number 8, down 1 from last. The Minnesota Twins, they're 9 right now, but they might be 12 by the time the Yankees get through with them. They're 33-28. The Seattle Mariners are 36-28. The San Diego Padres are 32-33. The Boston Red Sox are 31-31. Rangers are 30-32. The San Francisco Giants 30-33. The Cardinals are 29-31. And to round out the 16 teams, the Tampa Bay Rays, they're 31-31. So that's the MLB power rankings according to CBS Sports. CBS Sports is our official ticker on our website. Go to sportschaserspodcast.net. There's a lot of fun and exciting things on our website. You actually have the podcast itself. There's some blog posts of us doing our thing. There's an interview with yours truly. Ms. Tracy Hazard of Potasage. She did an interview, so you can check that out. There's some other good stuff on there. Hey, you think we be telling you want to know what's going on with us and you want to go back to the episode? Hey, you go down to the little thing that says Twin Box. Hey, what did Dan say about the Rangers? Just ask that, and it'll pull up a whole thing of what Dan said verbatim. I think we showed it the other week of what did I forgot what the question is. What did Eric say about what did the Angry One say about something? And they pulled it up verbatim. And the show
your man Tom Thibodeau.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's the truth. You want to know what's going on? You don't have time to look through the episode itself. Go to Twin Box. Go to the little slot downstairs. Type it in. Hey, it's in there. It's for you. Yeah. It's a great tool. Great tool for you guys. You want to find out and anything when it comes to sports. So absolutely use that. You use that tool. We got hockey. Dan kind of
real quick. But Dan goes in.
Yeah.
I got to give big up to the Oklahoma the women's softball team. It's not done yet. They're playing Texas.
I was just watching that. Yes.
Yeah, they are. This is going to be their 4th if they win.
Man, I thought Florida had
4 chips in a row. And I watched them beat Florida the other night, and they were down 2 runs.
Yeah, man.
They just can't lose. Like they're serious.
Serious team.
Oh, they are absolutely positively serious out there. Oh, those girls that play for Oklahoma are for real.
Wow. Gotcha. Dan kind of took care of the Rangers and Panthers. Now
Dan been off all week, bro. I mean, y'all getting just as bad as the NBA with this long stretch off. I mean, my God. I mean, I gotta wait till Saturday.
Yeah, they're just trying to keep up with the Joneses. You know how it goes. These two clown leagues like to see who can play the latest in the damn year.
I mean, Dan, correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong, but hockey used to be over before the NBA Finals, and y'all are late.
No. Both of these leagues used to be done like beginning of May, mid-May.
Correct.
Yeah, but
within a week's time, though. Like you guys will usually be finished before, and then like next week, the NBA is finished. Now we are going into June, deep
neck and neck.
Early July.
We're in month 10.
What is going on? But
the NHL season.
Yeah.
It's all about media money, guys. It's all about TV money, man. Come on, guys. Jeez.
They know.
Come on, man.
Ryan, hold on.
What's the rush? Seriously, what's the rush? It gives us more stuff to talk about. Who cares when it's over? We're not playing. What are we doing? And I would like to see them during the finals get extra days off to get everybody healthy, so everybody's good and go at it. I mean, what you want, a quick turnaround? Soon as the series over, let's just start the next day. I mean, come on, guys.
I'm not saying that
he's throwing it out there. This man is another. What's your man name? Greeny.
Yeah.
Coming up with these capers talking about this and watch it pop up. Watch it pop up next year. Watch.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, man. I mean, what we doing?
Football right around the corner, man. We ain't got time for this, man. Win the chip and get on out the way for the next sport, man. Let's go.
Well, they want to take. The NFL wants 20 games.
Yeah,
don't get me started. Don't get me started on them, please.
They're gonna play all year 2, and the kids.
Okay, I don't listen. I don't want to hear.
They're about 20 games in. So
I don't want to hear shit
about player safety.
About player safety. About y'all tired.
Players got to agree to it, right?
They don't care.
Yeah. Obvious. Yeah.
All right. Dan, go ahead. I'm sorry, we got sidetracked by who started this?
This is Ryan.
Ryan did it.
Y'all complaining that why it taking so long? Like we got something to do but talk about sports.
That was D-Dub.
We still gotta go to our jobs.
This is the job. So
let the build up, man. Let the build up happen, man. Let the build up happen.
Okay, right. All right. I'm still looking for the tapes, Ryan. I ain't.
I don't know what the tapes are at.
Yeah, I'm not finished with you. But go ahead.
Could y'all please let Dan go?
I'm sorry, Dan.
Go ahead, Dan.
No, it's D-Dub alluded to. We're finally getting to the finals here on Saturday, 8 p.m. at Sunrise.
Jesus Christ!
Where the Oilers they took care of the Dallas Stars. I believe it was in 6 games. McDavid had a beauty goal on that first goal. He toe dragged that dude and backhand sauce top shelf. And Skinner played really good.
I would have punched McDavid if he'd done that to me.
That's going to happen this next series. Trust me.
Yeah, Kachuk is in the house.
Oh, the Panthers don't play, man.
Nope. But that was a good series, and Edmonton just kind of scored their way out of mistakes, and helped out cover up some of the inefficiencies they were having. But and then we also we had Florida taking care of the Rangers, and we talked about this. What was it, Sunday? And I posed the question, what would be because it was me, Kevin, and D-Dub. I said, who do you want to see in the finals out of the 4 teams? And like I said, it don't matter to me because either one, you're going to get a different style of hockey, but it's going to be just as good either way because Florida is one of those teams where they'll play however you want to play. You want to play up and down the ice? That's fine. You want to get down and dirty? They like that. So, and they did it. Florida did a really good job. Shutting down the Rangers. Like I said, Zibanejad didn't have a goal in the series. Kreider had 1, Panarin had one.
Disappearing X.
But it's partly disappearing, but it's also partly being shut down.
Yeah,
I
agree.
They don't even give up shots.
Yeah, they smothered them. Even when they got on the power play. I mean, like I said, they scored 12 goals in the entire series. In 6 games. They scored 5 in 1 game.
Yeah.
So out of the other 5 games, they scored 7.
Wow.
So to me, that shows you that Barkov and the boys know how to play some defense, and make it very difficult on you. And kind of the Rangers power play let them down. They were 1 of 15. That was part of the other issue, but that's also Florida having the second best penalty kill in the playoffs.
Right, I was just getting ready to say that they only scored when Florida was on the power play. That's when Florida was trying to be aggressive, and they made a mistake. Then that's when the Rangers would score.
Yeah, they had 2 shorties.
It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But for me, this is going to be, one of these teams is going to win a cup for the first time in almost 25 years. Last time Edmonton won it was 1990. And Florida has never won it. It's their 3rd trip. They lost in 96. They lost last year, and they got this chance this year.
Can I say this one, Dan? Dan, let me step in here for a second. If the Panthers win, and Ryan is probably going to agree with me with this. If the Panthers win, hey, Broward County, the parade route should be down A1A. It would be only fitting. If those that don't know, A1A is pretty much on the beach. That should be the parade route. That's all my 2 cents. You know what I'm saying? Should not be.
Or Sawgrass.
Yeah.
I'm at the mall. I'm at the Sawgrass Mills Mall. Oh, my God.
Don't do like how the Devils did. They had it in the parking lot at the Brendan Byrne Marina, man. But Dan, that was my 2 cents about hey, doing right. If the Panthers do win, hey, put the parade route down A1A. Go ahead, Dan. I'm sorry.
But I know D-Dub's all upset that it took them so long to start this, and it's gonna finish for a couple weeks. But the other thing too, since I think it was it Boston and in Vancouver, this is probably, I think it's over 2,500 miles between these 2 cities.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of travel. So you'll notice they'll play the 8th and the 10th, so Saturday, Monday. Then they won't play again to the 13th, and then they'll play the 15th in Edmonton. Those 2 days, so those would be 2 days apart.
Are they doing a 2-3-2 or
no? They don't do that. Crazy.
2-2-1-1.
Yeah, it's 2-2-1-1-1.
Okay.
So, once they get to the ones, after the first 4 games, then it'll be 3 days between games to allow for the travel. So, if they go 7 games, this will end Monday the 24th. Possibly.
You heard it here.
Okay. But in the NHL draft, the 29th.
Yep, it's a Sphere, I think.
I'm just being an asshole. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Yeah, it's at the Sphere. It's in Las Vegas. This,
but
beautiful Sphere.
Like I said, this could be really, for me, this is kind of what I was hoping to see, to myself, because Florida's beat probably the 3 best goaltenders in the league.
Yeah.
Wow.
They beat Vasilevsky, they beat Swayman, and they beat Shesterkin. And now they got to face Pickard or Skinner. Now, granted, I looked at was it Pickard and what's his name? Stuart Skinner. He had a pretty decent season. He was 36, 16, mid 2 to 3 goals against. But, this is probably the best goaltending Edmonton's had as long as they've had McDavid over there. But it's you got the Florida defensive-minded players that can shut down star players. And then you got the 4 top leading scorers are actually on Edmonton. McDavid's got 31 points. Draisaitl has 28. Bouchard, the defense, he's got 27. And was it Ted Nugent Hopkins? He's got 20. and the highest score for Florida is Tkachuk with 19. So Florida spreads it out. They're a more even scoring team, lines 1 through 4. But, oh, good God. I think, was it Edmonton's power play is running at like 37%. You do not want to take penalties against them if you think you're going to get through the series and survive. And what's the other
cool counts hits, not goals. They don't care about goals.
That's the thing is, I think this series has the opportunity to be highly intense and competitive, and frankly, kind of dirty, because they're going to hit McDavid, they're going to hit Draisaitl,
probably low scoring too, huh?
And then you're going to have Evander Kane, Darnell Nurse. They're going to be going after some of the guys on Florida. So that's what I say. Like, this could be a very highly entertaining series where there's some flashy plays, high skill, and then just downright
I choose violence,
nastiness.
So with all that said, Dan, who you got as far as is this going to 7 or what? Who you looking?
I think it could possibly go 7. I'm gonna, lean towards Florida just for the style of play that they have, and the way Bobrovsky's been playing. Then, like, compared this team to last year's team, this team, they're not healthy, but they're way more healthier than they were last year. Yeah, nobody's got a broken sternum this year.
Jeez.
Yeah, that was Tkachuk last year, right?
Yeah. So, but what's funny, just kind of pivot back onto your Rangers. I did see a graphic of, I think they had 4 Rangers in the injuries that came out after the series. Our chicken wing dude, Trouba, he had a broken ankle.
Broken ankle?
Or he got a chip. His ankle was chipped, or they listed as broken. And then I think Lindgren had a cracked rib. I think Adam Fox re-aggravated a knee injury. And I can't remember who the 4th one was. So, like, after this series is over, somebody lists the cup and they list, what these guys' injuries were, what they were playing with. It's going to be stupid. Because I think this is, like, it's Florida's a good enough skating team to kind of keep up with most of Edmonton. It's just, you got to try to bottle up McDavid, because he is just, like, he's probably the fastest guy in the league. But he's faster than anybody with the puck too. Like, that, usually you slow down when you got the puck and your stick handling. Nope. Not him. He is absolutely a rocket.
Yeah, it's nuts. You got triple.
But what's kind of funny is reading an article on Yahoo, and the top 4 picks from the 2014 draft are playing in this series.
Wow.
So you got Aaron Ekblad that was drafted to Florida. You have Sam Reinhart. He was drafted by Buffalo, but they picked him up on a trade. You got Draisaitl for Edmonton. Obviously, he's still playing for his team. And Sam Bennett from Calgary. He's playing for Florida. So Florida's got 3 guys in this. And what's even funnier is the top pick in the 2015 draft that was held in Florida was McDavid. Wow. So it's just like some, weird nuances to this series. It really, surprisingly, like we talked about on Sunday, like, I had to insert foot and mouth when I was talking, that, hey, they got to, get their, shit together, because you can't win it in the beginning of the season, but you sure can lose it. And they were like down, like one of the bottom, probably 2 to 4 teams or whatever it was in the league until they fired that coach. And then they went on, and I think they won like 40-something, 45 plus games or whatever it was, crazy with that 16-game winning streak. They got themselves back in it. Like, I pretty much had them written off. So there's also that. Like, so as nasty and gritty as Florida can get, Edmonton is, had to play some playoff hockey earlier this year just to get into the playoffs. So they've had some adversity and that kind of thing. So I'm sure they're ready to deal with it. But that's kind of what I'm looking for. Who can outplay who at their best? Like,
right?
Is Edmonton going to be able to skill and skate around Florida, or is Florida going to be able to shut them down? But the one thing I will know. Go ahead.
Is there any chance that there's a sweep in this series? That one team is just so good after 2 games, whether it be Edmonton skating all over Florida or Florida just bloodbathing Edmonton? Do you see that at any stretch of the imagination?
I could see it happening, and I'll say why. Because if you look at the Rangers-Florida series, that could have been a sweep. Either way.
Either way. That's a good point.
Like, well, not really after the first game because the Rangers got blanked 3-0. But that being said, every one of those games were close, and there was like 2 or 3 overtime games, and all it takes is a bounce. So they don't even have to like murder them or outplay them by a whole bunch. You just need one bounce. Ooh. If you could play, you could go 0-0 in the overtime. As long as you get that bounce or that kick off the boards, whatever it may be, that you get. I mean, look at the goal. Who was the dude that scored? Was it Wenberg? Like, he was snake bitten that whole series. How'd he score? He went to the front of the net, and the dude shot it off his hip.
Yeah.
That was an overtime game. So that's all it takes. So these games could be, 2-1, 3-2, 4-3, whatever. But the same team could pull it out in overtime 3 games in a row, and boom, series over.
Well, I guess I should have worded it better than that. I meant in dominating fashion, not just one goal. I'm talking about where either you can't find Connor McDavid or you can't find the Florida defense. I don't personally see it, but we gotta ask the question.
Right, what team has the higher ceiling, like as far as like style of play? So if Florida plays their best, is it better than Edmonton's best, or whose best is better? I guess that's a good.
Whose best is better? Yeah, that's a good question, right?
Yeah.
If Florida plays their best,
yeah,
then Edmonton won't win, because them playing their best is shutting down star players.
It's with that defense, yeah.
Got it.
I'm going to put a PSA out right now to the entire Florida Panthers team. You know where Bob stands in the goal? That little blue paint thing that goes around him?
Mm-hmm.
Zach Hyman's going to be within 1 foot of that the entire series. Just to let you know where he's going to be. So that's the guy you got to cover. Because he scored 50-plus goals, I think, this season, his career high. And I think he's got 9 already in the playoffs. And he scored basically all of them within 3 feet of the net.
Damn.
So cover him on the power play. It's like pick your poison. You got Draisaitl, you got McDavid, you got Hyman, you got Bouchard. I mean, it's like every one of these guys. Like
lots of weapons.
And that's where I say, like, Florida was the highest penalized team so far in the playoffs. I think they had like 67 penalties already through the playoffs or something crazy like that. But they can't take that many penalties against Edmonton. Like, they got to keep it to a minimum. Like, if they can, none, but you'd like to have no more than like 1 a game, because that could be the difference.
Right.
As well as they play, Edmonton plays on the power play. All it can take is 1 goal and the game's over.
Wow.
But it's one of those things where, I could see a sweep one way or the other, because there's always the possibility. But for me, there's no way both of these teams are not going to win at least 1 game. Because, I guess the home ice isn't really that. It's not what it used to be. You know what I mean? where a lot of these guys, now that they're on the road, there's no pressure on them, the fans, they're going into the opposing team. And if they score first, it kind of quiets the crowd, kind of puts the pressure on the home team. So it's not as bad as it used to be in years past. As far as like, home ice, it was always a loud building, this, that, line matching, is Florida going to line match, or are they just going to roll lines? Because that'll be kind of like the first game will be a filling out process. And that's kind of like we talked about, before in these other series, like you play 5, 6 games, 7 games against the same team. And by the end of the series, you want to knock their block off.
Right.
And then you advance, and then it's like, oh wait, we're not playing them again. Who's this team? You know what I mean? Like, and it takes you a minute to figure out, okay, these guys, all right, they don't dump the puck in. They skated in all the time. Where, the team you played the last series, everything was a dump in and you had to go get it. It's just the nuances of the styles of play between teams. And like Edmonton's, they'll dump it in, but, with the guys that they got and the way they can skate, McDavid likes to, haul the mail. I mean, usually, he just outskates everybody to the zone. So like, there's this could be like I said, this could be like a really good series. But the question is, the Rangers aren't in it, so you don't have the big market. You got Florida, Now, what's to Florida's advantage is Tampa Bay's been there 3 times in the last, whatever. So they got the fever. You know what I'm saying? Like they're used to playoff Stanley Cup hockey in that region. So I think the turnout should be great. The building should be crazy.
Yeah, they've been getting sold outs down here. They've been getting every game is going to sell out.
Long as they're winning in South Florida, they'll come. As soon as you start losing, they ain't gonna.
It's just a problem.
That's just
here comes the beach. Get your beach umbrellas.
There's just too much to do. There's too much to do in South Florida to go watch a losing team.
Get a bucket of beer. Yeah.
But I would say that for me, I'm probably going to take Florida, and I'd say in 6 or 7 games.
America, South Florida, Panther fans, y'all heard it right here. Dan says there's going to be a parade on A1A whenever this series is.
So what's funny is I saw another article while I was looking through stuff, and Drake has got 500K
on Dallas and Edmonton.
on Edmonton.
Great.
Oh, okay.
And he also got 500K on the Dallas Mavericks.
So that means Florida and Boston's going to be the champions.
So in 2 weeks, he's going to be, a mil short.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then what was the other thing? Just real quick. I know probably people forgot about it already, but Arizona moved to Utah, and they're still in the process of picking team names. And I want to say that was it last week? It was either last week or the week before that they registered. I think it was the Utah Hockey Club, or I hope they don't go with this name.
Oh,
this is Redskins.
The Utah Hockey Club. Stop.
Yeah, but the thing is the fans, they have a poll that they're running, and they're down to like 6 teams names. And I think what they're going to do is probably run it this year with just like the Utah Hockey Club or whatever. And I think it was light blue and black were the colors. But then starting the 25-26 season, that they were going to have their actual, so they give them time to market and the logos and all that stuff.
Washington football team.
Yeah, so basically it's kind of the same idea. But like the Blizzard, the Mammoth, Outlaws, Venom, and the Yeti.
The Yeti. That's what the name needs to be. The Yeti.
I should have pulled the picture up of the Abominable Snowman, because I think that would be the perfect team name. That would be your mascot. Put that dude on the front of the jersey. Giving it like the Florida Panthers have the cat coming at you. Just have the Yeti guy coming to get you. Perfect.
Yeti.
And then you could, get with the Yeti Cooler Company and give out koozies, just a game. There's your marketing. We can work it all in there.
I got a put up for you, Dan. I'll share as you talk. I'll share my screen here, and I'll put up the Yeti if this is the same Yeti we was talking about.
Oh, there he is. Remember the dude? I want to be a dentist, and he pulled all his teeth out.
Yeah.
They got the colors, and so.
Wow.
Perfect.
Yep. That's it. Dan, anything else before we give it to Ryan?
I believe it should be everything. If anything, I know there'll probably be some more coach hirings here coming up.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Because you know how it usually works. Whatever team wins, whatever said,
they start losing their assistant coaches and stuff.
Yeah, they start getting their people poached. So
yeah,
we'll see what happens. You got Brubre that went to Toronto, and then you had Sheldon Keefe went to New Jersey, and then some of these other teams they may be looking at some of the assistants on Edmonton or Florida. But hey, Knobloch, kudos to that dude. His team was absolute dog shit when he got it, and they went from being the last in the league to being the best team in the league in the last, I think it was 60 some games.
Yep.
They were the best team over that time with a 16 game winning streak. That never hurts.
Gotcha. Ladies and gentlemen, he's Dan K, the hockey dude with hockey, always bringing the heat when it comes to hockey, man.
Oh.
Hey, the good thing though is it being spread out, they're only going to play like a game or two every time between I come on. So that week that I'm, that I got to work on it.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
It did this for you, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, we got 18 days.
Not grateful, but they did this for you, Daniel. Done for you and those of your ilk.
Dan, thank you so much. Ryan,
what up?
He's our NBA insider. Oh my
What's
God!
going on, guys? Finals are here.
Finals are here.
Basketball
before we get to the other stuff. The Celtics and the Mavs are currently playing that game 1 tonight in Boston. What's the score here? I'll pull up the score here in a little bit. I think Boston is leading here.
24-18.
24-18.
24-18. 3 minutes.
Game 1. Ryan, take it away. He's got the NBA and the WNBA, of course. Take it away, Ryan.
So what we starting with? The NBA first? All right, so you guys know it's the finals. All right, we got Dallas. We got Boston. All right, Boston has the home court. It's kicking off right now. Like you guys said, it was a long layoff. But hey, I'm happy for the long layoff because now Porzingis can come back, and he's back. So everybody's at full strength, and we'll get a champion. So that's that.
No excuses, right? No excuses.
No excuses. Yep. You know what I'm saying? No, it's on. I think it's gonna be a good series. I don't know who I don't have an interest.
Right.
But can both of them lose?
No.
That's that Houston Rocket coming out of.
Yes, right. that red all over them. Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like I like Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, the players, but the Boston fan base, you know what I'm saying, can be a little obnoxious because they got the most championships. If they get this one, they'll pass the Lakers with they both have 17. So they'll pass. Yeah.
They're like the the Yankees, right?
Yeah.
They that annoying?
Oh,
yeah. Dan, take it easy. This is not your segment, okay?
I'll just put my 2 cents in, bro.
Yankees are fine. Thank you.
So we got that. And then as a Rockets fan, it's hard to root for my divisional rivals because our one-uppance is that we have 2 championships and they only have 1. So they'll tie us if they win. But whatever. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see a good series. I think it's going to be very competitive. But my thing is, if the games are close, I think Dallas wins because they have the 2 best closers, I believe, in the game with Luka and Kyrie. So I think Boston's gonna have to jump on them, like have a lead in crunch time, because Dallas is not going to fumble the game away like how the Pacers did against Boston. They won't do that. So Kyrie has experience in the championship. He's been there, several times, won. And I think the only player on Boston is Drew Holiday when he won with Milwaukee. So
they have experience though.
Yeah, but they still have experience because they've been in the conference the conference finals. I think like 6 out of the last 8 years or something like that. So or something to that effect. Yeah. So and Jason Tatum and Brown has been together. They're always trying to separate those 2 for some reason, but so it's 2 good stories. You have Jason Kidd, who's a former player, Hall of Famer. He can get his first ring, and then you got Joe Mazzulla, who took a lot of heat for losing. No pun intended, losing to the Heat last year. Took a lot of heat, and he would be the youngest coach. He's only 35. Yeah. So it's some good storylines. Kyrie's a good storyline, with the transformation, the so-called transformation of his maturity. His maturation. So it's like right, whatever. And then you have Luka, Luka wins Finals MVP. You can, he's going to have a stake to say, hey, I'm the best player in the league. So, so we have some good storylines, man. So
I got a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's go.
Because over the years, there's been a lot of Jason Tatum talk about how he's escalating this and that, the third. So my question to you, sir, and the panel: if Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown lose yet again after winning 60+ games this season and dominating the East, basically dominated the East,
and a combined salary of what's the combined salary? $600 million?
Not yet.
They didn't get paid yet.
Tatum hasn't got paid yet.
Okay, all right.
Not the Supermax. He's gonna get that
second best is like other teams' first best. But anyway,
that's what you deserve. That's what you earn. Yeah.
And Jason Tatum, especially if they do not get this done this time around.
I don't know. It depends on how. It depends on how they lose.
Correct. That's a good point.
They're playing against the 2 nuclear bombs on the other side. I think I do think Boston should win because of Derek White and Drew Holiday. They got at least some defenders.
Yeah.
To pick up some fouls, but you guys seen Luka last series, man. It didn't matter what you did. Didn't matter how you did it. When he wanted it, he was gonna get it.
He can get anything he wants.
That last game against Minnesota.
Luka controls the game, right? So we always heard the saying, coaches always trying to slow you down. The thing is with Luka, he goes from like slow to super slow and then fast. You know what I'm saying? So it's like playing against players who played soccer all their life. And they just have a certain way they move. There's no wasted movement. Luka knows what he wants to do. He's what, 6'7", 6'8". All right. He has a body where he can bang. So he can get whatever he wants. He has the mid-range game. He can shoot it from 3. He's gonna get to the free throw line. Now he has the lob threats. And that's what's crucial with Dallas now. The lob threats. Now when Luka goes driving hard to the basket, you're gonna give up a dunk, or he's just gonna lay it up or float it in or get fouled, and he's gonna get you in foul trouble. And then, if you try to trap Luka, You're passing the ball to Kyrie Irving on the wing, and good luck with that. So like we saw it with the Knicks when they trapped Brunson, right? And then he swung it to somebody else. Those guys can't make plays like what, you know what I'm saying, like that. So when you try to trap Luka, it's Kyrie going one-on-one, and then he's doing his thing. You know, he's like he's probably top 3 skill guys ever in the league as far as being skillful. So Dallas can find so many ways to win. That's why I said if the games are close in the fourth quarter, it's going to be hard for Boston to beat them if the games are close, in my opinion, because they have like DA said, they have 2 nuclear weapons. That's smart.
Yeah, this is over though.
Yeah.
This is over. You guys, off.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, ESPN folks. I'm sorry for the TV thing. It's over.
Yo, you talk about nuclear, but I'm looking at you got 3 guys 14. On the other team.
The game is over.
You got, this guy come back, this tall
Porzingis has like 18.
Yo, I mean,
it's a wrap.
It's one game, man. Relax.
This game's a wrap. You know.
Oh, this game's a okay.
Yeah, I'm old. I just
first quarter.
I figure a way to go to bed. That's all.
It's 37-20 right now. They got 37 points in the.
I'm with Ryan. This game it's far from over.
But here's the question. Like you were saying, if they lose the series or whatever, in the 2 minutes that I've watched this, it's the same team that I watched against Miami last year. They live and die by the 3. So the only way that they lose is if they go cold.
Right.
They do play defense.
But what happens with Boston, like you said, Dan, they live by the 3. So what happens is they let you back in the game because of their pace.
Good block.
You know what I'm saying? So and Dallas can score. So and guys, we know the NBA. It's a game of runs. A team's gonna make a run.
Runs, yeah.
It's a game of runs, man. Like, I mean, I'm not saying Boston's not gonna win this game because they're up big. But it's a game of runs.
Scored the dude's dunk.
Yeah, but we've seen this before.
He didn't do that
Dallas.
In the 8 years he was a Knick.
Yo, man.
Yeah. These are the some of the things that, and I won't get too far into it. But what I will say was this: Porzingis, when he had to leave Dallas, he had some issues with the star over there in Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and the same thing with Kyrie leaving Boston. There were some issues. There are some things to prove that people aren't even talking about right now. Like some off the record stuff that, like, listen, man. Like, Porzingis doesn't really like Luka.
They was matched up just a few minutes ago, a little while earlier.
But Luka wouldn't give him the ball.
Mm-hmm.
Porzingis is like, yo, you brought me here. I could have still been a Knick. Porzingis said that. Dude don't give him the rock. Didn't give him the rock. And they thought he would because they're both from Europe. Yeah. It was a problem.
Give me 5 on a European side.
Absolute problem.
I don't know. They work out, bro. But they here now. But hey, I think Boston should win this series, and I think they got just more pieces than Dallas. Not to say Dallas can't come back and win, but again, going back to what Ryan said, and Ryan corrected me. What else do I have to do but wait? So they waited. They got the man back. They got Porzingis back. Yo, bro. Hey, no excuses. Hey, I don't want to hear nothing from the Boston fans. If y'all don't get it done, because y'all should get it done. Yo, I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't know what you're gonna do with this team. If you can't get it done, I like Jaylen Brown. I like Tatum.
Yeah.
If you guys don't get it done, I just don't. I don't know what else to say for you guys. I really don't.
But here's the thing. You said if they don't win the champ, they're getting to the championship.
We made excuses for them last year. When they played Golden State, right?
I understand, but they're right. Yeah, but they're
young. They puppies, and
they're 26 and they're 26 and 27. It's
they
not
in
like
prime. They in prime.
It's right. So it's not like their window is going to be closed.
Well,
like,
no, but it's time to put up and shut up because now listen, hold on, D, because right now we got a lot of NBA stars. See, these guys think they can take it for granted. Yo, you got a lot of young, hungry stars. I think these guys
have been there every year. I mean, they've been consistently a good team for the last 6-7 years. It's not like they've been taking the time off. Like they've been to the champion or near the championship every year. So I think they go hard. Now, I think before there was some coaching things. There was some it was only Jalen. I think the Robert Williams thing is the only thing I say not to do. But
they couldn't stay healthy.
He just Marcus Smart, so this is the lineup.
To the point, you're not guaranteed to get here. That's what I'm saying.
That was the point I was going to make, D-Dub. To your point, you're not always guaranteed to get back there. Anything can happen. You know what I'm saying? We saw that with them with the Heat.
We're not going to have this conversation, fellas.
Well, I'm just saying. But
we're not going to do this when I said, yo, Julius Randle can be a motherfucking a decoy, and everybody said, oh, no, D.
He has separated shoulder. He can't play.
Oh, no, D, he's hurt.
A decoy to do what? Just wait. Just like how
he can't help us.
Wait, hold on.
Out of here.
Wait, just
no. If he ran up and down the court, somebody had to guard him.
D, let Ryan rebut. Go ahead, Ryan.
Right, just like how OG came back and can help you. If you're hurt, bro, you're hurt. You're injured. That's an injury. That's not being hurt. A separated shoulder is not hurt. That's called injured.
They said he was practicing the day before he said. They told him at practice. Matter of fact, you're not playing for the series.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they told him at practice.
Because you know what's going to happen?
What were we saving him for? Another team next year? What was we doing?
Well, can we focus on the teams that's in the
damn a Nick.
But D's pretty mad. So. Right. Hey, let me just push up subjects real quick.
Yeah.
Dan Hurley. He's talking about going to the Lakers, or he's going to the Lakers. Your thoughts on this?
Angry man shaking his head.
It's like
not with that guy there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's two sides playing each other. Is it JJ Redick's side using
Hurley's name?
Hurley's name for leverage? Is it Hurley using Redick's name for leverage to get more money in college? So like
maybe the people on TV just think we're dumbasses and get on the TV every morning and tell us some old stupid shit.
Right,
because
you don't trust
about JJ Redick for a solid month.
Not only that, they said that he was getting his coaching staff together.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's only him and the other guy, Borrega, are the only two guys. That's what I heard last week.
Yeah, that was
then this morning.
This morning you wake up at 6 a.m.
I called Daryl. I called Daryl this morning.
I told him Adrian Wojnarowski's told me.
I said, man, you. I said, you on them pills? Maybe they on them pills with you. I said, with Danny Hurley, no one said anything of this man for the last 8 months.
Yeah, I don't know where the name came from. It's just boom.
Well, they're also saying that that Anthony Davis has a big saying in who's going to be the coach, and he doesn't want
Anthony Davis.
He's not going to be playing.
Anthony Davis got to say what?
Well, that's what Woj said. Woj said Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis.
Yes.
The stunt man who get bumped into, his whole chest fall out.
Well, say what you want. He wasn't stunt man this year. He was relatively healthy.
He was reliable.
Well, hey, look, in the game they needed him to be hard.
That's a fact.
That last game, and I will quote Kenyon Martin. Hey man, my wife ain't never played a game in the NBA, and he got hurt. She said, "What the hell happened to him?" And that's what I saw.
Hey, they won the in-season tournament. He didn't need to play.
Yeah, you go street clothes.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, I mean, you know, it kind of makes me think about, I mean, all these other coaches that they have. You mean, so Frank Vogel wasn't it? You know, this guy, Darvin Ham wasn't it? Ty Lue didn't make it there. He was with them in Cleveland. I get him so confused. He done went through 9 coaches. I'm so confused.
Not one, not two.
Yeah, I don't know. I understand what the Lakers. I think I see what the Lakers are trying to do if they want to move forward. But if you talk about bringing this coach in with this guy, you can't have 2 of them there. Somebody's got to go because you're going to end up with a bunch of confusion. Go ahead.
Right, but D-Dubs, I'm like, but how long does LeBron have left? You know what I'm saying? He's not going to be playing.
Well, I mean, with his son coming in, he might keep on playing until he has his son has grandkids.
You don't want to coach that team and get a stain on your resume because of said player.
Yeah, you're not the coach. The player is.
You're the reason why
you might not be there
on your watch.
Right.
That's going to leave a stain on you.
I
don't think Bobby Hurley would want that.
Well, you know who has to deal. You know who has to deal with that? It's the front office. The front office has to have some balls, like how Pat Riley.
Well, they haven't had any for the past 8 years. He's been there.
But that's.
Now all of a sudden they're gonna get balls. When they gonna go to the?
There are no balls in that store.
Right, you can't get Wilson. Balls. Like I mean,
yes,
Spalding.
Listen. That's what I'm saying is the front office has to step in and be like, look, this is our coach. You know what I'm saying? Just like how Pat Riley did with Spoelstra. This is our coach, and that's when LeBron was in his prime. After you know what I'm saying?
That's Pat Riley.
So I'm just saying, but you guys are thinking, you guys are acting like that LeBron's gonna be there forever. He's not.
I'll say this. I'll even go along and say this. Say the Lakers are gonna throw all this money at Hurley, right? And he becomes the coach. I think they move LeBron anyway. Because why would
they're not moving LeBron.
They can't. They can't.
They're not moving LeBron.
They said the contract.
Well, you just contradicted you. So why bring this guy in if he's not going to?
I didn't say. Well, no. I didn't say why bring him in. That's not me. I didn't say that.
Okay, why? Go ahead.
I'm just saying. If you guys are saying, well, Hurley is not going to be the coach. It's going to be LeBron. But I'm saying LeBron is how much years does LeBron have left? If you can go and get Hurley, you get Hurley. You say, look, LeBron, this is our coach.
But how long is he going to be there? LeBron might outlast him. He might be there 1 year.
Right, the Lakers are also the only team that's going to draft his son. Remember that?
Well, then no.
Why would you want to?
I don't think Danny Hurley. I don't think Danny Hurley will draft his son though. That's why I think it'll be a problem.
Dan Hurley's not coming in and making demands on draft picks. I can guarantee you that.
Yeah, you're probably right, man. But then I don't think Danny Hurley's going.
Well,
I know Danny Hurley, and I know his father, and I know where he come from, and that ain't it.
Right, but I mean. All I'm saying, like I said before, it could be a leverage move for both sides. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's people always say things come out in the media because you want it to come out in the media.
100%.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying?
They think we're stupid.
Take it for what it is. Somebody leaked that to better their stature or get a higher pay raise, whether it's at UConn getting more money. Or whether it's something with JJ Redick. So
I believe that because there's something going on here.
Look at these dudes.
There's definitely something going on.
Barbecue chicken.
you got these guys, like I said,
chicken out here, man.
We wasn't even talking about him. We wasn't even
I didn't
talking
know
about this guy.
Porzingis could cook like this.
Well, he's cooking.
Well, he was a Knick. He ain't cooked like this.
Well, he's a 7-footer, D.
Yeah,
he can shoot right over
turn that TV off, bro. I'm sorry, man. He's good. Brian, where was you at? We was at this guy. Let me just say this. I'll just say this. I'll just say this. If Hurley does come, I don't believe he's going to be making demands. Getting demands put up on about this guy taking his son to be a draft pick. I don't think that would happen because why would he go there?
It's a second-round pick. He's not getting drafted in the first round. They have 2 picks. Guys.
He shouldn't get drafted at all.
Yeah, he should not.
That's the problem.
You're right.
That's the problem.
You're right. But let's not. But okay. But for as much as the stain you guys have for LeBron, he's still LeBron James. And you know what? The Lakers are not close to winning a championship, so you might as well have LeBron, who's gonna sell tickets, and the narrative, he's playing with his son, that's gonna bring that's gonna generate more revenue.
Why would you bring in a Hurley
man play with his son?
He said we have
to go to your backyard.
Because LeBron is 45 years old, guys. He doesn't have that much time left.
I go to your fucking backyard, LeBron, and watch you 2 motherfuckers play.
LeBron is not
gonna spend no money to do it.
LeBron is not 31 years old, guys. He's 40 something.
Right, I get you, man, but I'm just saying, it's when are you gonna move on from this guy? At some point,
when he wants to retire. That's when you gonna move on from LeBron.
Yeah. I know. We gotta love this love affair, but
there's nobody that's gonna trade LeBron James.
Yeah, he's gonna be there.
Nobody's gonna trade
ever
LeBron
put me in office. He would have been.
That's what I said.
Nobody's gonna trade LeBron James. Stop, guys.
I would do it right now. Listen. Y'all could go and check the tape. I have traded Aaron Judge. I have traded LeBron James. I have traded Jason Tatum. I have traded all these guys. So
and they're still in the same place. That's my point.
Well, we got to get Dan real jobs with the Lakers.
Nobody's trading LeBron James.
You can't say nobody.
We just got to get them on the team for a day or 2.
Dan, go ahead. Let Dan go and get in here. Dan, go ahead.
My question is, doesn't he do the 1 or the 2-year one and done contracts constantly?
Yeah, he got 2
He's
years.
still on that, right?
Right. You know why he does. You know why he does that, right?
So he can get the max.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, though. Let's say somebody out in the NBA GM goes, you know what? What if we take his kid early? Say it's Cleveland
and make a move.
And then LeBron goes, you know what? I can come back here to live and go play with my kid for a year or 2. And decides, you know what? I'm not going to resign. I'm going to Cleveland.
I can see Cleveland.
I'm going to play with him.
Right, Dan. That's correct. But that's him forcing his way out. That's him saying, hey, I want to be gone.
No, I'm not saying whether he gets traded or not. I'm just saying whether he's there or not. Like, it's not a done deal that he's the Laker next year.
Right. The only way the Lakers him is like he says, "Look, I'm out. I don't want to be here. I'm out."
What I've heard.
So,
with any move, they said that the dude's supposed to get like 40-50 million next year. And not a lot of teams can pay that. Not a lot of teams are trying to pay that.
He's gonna get more than that. I think he's making that now.
Then he didn't. 60 million. And this was the thing that they were saying. And I give credit to Gilbert Arenas in his podcast because they said it's not like he can take less. Like he can't do that. Like he has to take the whatever's specified by the league for the amount of years. Blah 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 blah.
Right, because every team has to reach the salary threshold, so you have to pay. Yes. You can't hold on to your money. It doesn't work like that.
So
you have to pay somebody.
With that being said, the salaries, they don't really have a lot of dudes leaving out of Cleveland. So like people don't like where is it going to go? There's only one free agent, I think it's Spider Mitchell, and that's it.
I got the perfect place for him.
Retirement?
No. The Charlotte Hornets, they don't like to pay a whole lot of people, and they don't like to win. You draft Bronny, you bring LeBron in, you fill that building every night, even if he's in a suit on the sideline.
Oh Oh man,
People
he
still
said,
gonna pay money.
they don't like to pay.
Man, he's not
people,
going to
and
Detroit.
They don't like to win.
Ain't going to Charlotte.
He's not going to.
Hey, Bronny goes to Charlotte. What are you going to do?
No,
If you want to play with him,
any team that takes their number one pick and drafts Bronny James, yo, I'll be done.
I'm sorry,
I'm
guys.
done.
Listen,
You guys not hear what Dan just said? He said they don't like to pay.
Yeah, I heard that.
They don't like to win.
tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
And that's two things LeBron likes. He likes to win and he likes to get paid.
We gonna have to call somebody. Center now. They're gonna come get at us.
So what LeBron would do if Charlotte drafted Bronny, he'd be like, well, I guess I'll just have to live with playing against him, but not on the same team. That still be a feat.
Oh,
I mean, there's no way.
It's hilarious.
We got.
We
We went of course a little bit older. We're gonna rock here for about 2 hours. We got probably about 15 minutes left. So those that's hanging out with us, hang out. I left, I guess, the best for last. I don't know why Ryan's blacking the screen. Need to get back here.
So I'm here, bro. I'm here.
I
was just trying to look at this blowout that's going on.
Yeah, he's looking for them tapes, Kev. I just want to find them tapes.
Tapes. I mean, geez.
Where's the tapes, bro?
Ryan. So
what up?
So I'll just get
do it.
The whirlwind with the WNBA, of course, which has been going on.
Right.
You had the Indiana Fever play the Chicago Sky and Indianapolis this past Saturday. You know, of course, we didn't talk on here. I think me, Dan, and Daryl, we talked about it a little bit on Saturday when we was on for hockey. This has created a whirlwind of talk. It's supposed to be good talk, which is supposed to be good talk, right? There's opinions on both sides, whether it's a basketball play, not a basketball play. People are jealous. They're not jealous. What's your thoughts of this whole thing about the WNBA?
My thought is that it's awesome and it's good. All right, because what you have is listen, like I said, sports is about competition. It's about fanfare. Like if who I like, who I don't like, who I hate. So it all intertwines. That's what makes the league great. Rivalry makes the league great. Whether it's rivalry with your team or players, right? Was it a dirty hit? Yes, it was dirty, but you got to look at it in context, okay? Because the play prior to that, Caitlin kind of elbowed her in the face when she was going for the rebound, and then Caitlin kind of said something to her walking back. It was a dirty play, no doubt about it. I'm not saying it wasn't, but let's not act like there's not dirty plays in every sport. There are dirty plays in every sport, right? So it was dirty. It was dirty. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna hit somebody, let them at least try to brace themselves. You know what I'm saying? Anything could have happened to her. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was dirty. But yeah, is there some jealousy or being envious? Of course there is, because they're human beings. That's a human trait. That's going to be like I know we talked about Gino Auriemma. He's like, she's coming on with a target on her back because she's already making the most money from and good for her. I'm not blaming Caitlin. She deserves. Listen, you deserve whatever somebody pays you.
There you go.
Boom.
Market.
Okay.
Period.
So now, was it a perfect? I call it the perfect storm for Caitlin and the WNBA, because for 4 years they've been working on getting the charters, working on getting getting more viewerships. They've been working and it's been going up. It was the perfect storm. It was the perfect storm 2 years ago a year ago with Angel Reese. And Caitlin got into it in the national championship.
Correct.
Because remember when and one thing about Caitlin, right? People want to protect her, and rightfully so. Everybody should be protected, but let's not act like she don't give people the business, because she does. She talks trash, she goes hard, and she backs it up, right? She did it all through college, whether it's "you can't see me," it's waving off the South Carolina guard, waving her off, in the national championship. And kudos to her. She got her team to national championship back-to-back years, and she deserved everything that she gets, right? But that doesn't mean that when you go to the pros, right? You go to the pros, and it's always been a physical league. Every rookie gets that kind of treatment. Now, I say that kind of treatment because is Caitlin being guarded full court? Yes, because that's her skill set. As soon as she crosses half court, she can shoot logo threes. So you're gonna pull up on her. You're gonna be in her face, right? You know what I'm saying? I saw Angel Reese damn near get decapitated by Alyssa Thomas. So all the rookies are going at it. I'm quoting Gino here. She was set up to damn near almost fail because what? Right. Not only that, you're going to the worst team. That's why they had the number one pick the last two seasons, because you're the worst team.
Still ain't getting no better. But go ahead.
And
I wouldn't say that. And also too,
well,
Caitlyn's got to find herself. You know what I'm saying? Right. I get that.
Hey,
I'm saying I'm going by the record.
Hey, they played 11 games.
Correct.
In 20 days.
And you know why?
The Aces have only played 6.
Dan,
they played the top 3 teams back to back. Of course, they're struggling young team.
Right.
Expect them to be
exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. They're not that great, though. They're not good, though.
Don't say they're not. They can't be good.
No,
they're not good, Dan. They're not good.
They're not.
What are we talking about?
They're not good.
You watch the second half of the season when they get their rest and get practice.
And that's fine, but they're not good now. That's all I'm saying. They're not good now. That's it. Right. Because I mean, they're going to be more competitive, but they're going to lose a lot of games. They're not going to make the play. But the thing is, what's funny is, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the same thing with San Antonio. San Antonio is not
exactly.
Wembanyama is a great talent. But they're not good. They wasn't good.
Right. And not only that, her skill set, right? Her skill set where it's pull up threes. It's you know what I'm saying? Like it's you know, it's you can tell she's sort of, you know, what she can get away with in college. It's harder for her to get away with that one because she doesn't have the she doesn't have the strength, and it's just gonna take time.
This is where the bigger issue is, right? So for the women that were or are pros in the WNBA, for them to say, and this is where you're right, Ryan, hey man, she's gonna have to strap it up here because ain't no this is not Big Ten basketball, right? You know, it's gonna be harder here. So you have to da-da-da. She says that Tarasi says that the whole world has a problem.
And it was ridiculous.
Right? So because it has to be both ways. But you know, we want to protect her, but we have to be able to say what needs to be said about her or any other female player if they're not playing well. That's not a problem.
Right. DA, real quick. I'm so glad you said that because two things can be true at one time. Are they being physical with her? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Is she gonna struggle? Yes. You know what I'm saying? Are they a little bit, you know, jealous of her? Yes. But that's good for the league. It's good.
Me and Daryl talked about this, man.
We're talking about the WNBA, guys. When I first started on your guys' podcast, I was begging to talk about the WNBA.
He was.
Right?
Yeah, he was. Go to the tapes, Twin Box. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and what are we doing? We're talking about it, man, because there has to be a antagonist, a protagonist. It's just like a movie. You have to have a bad guy and you have to have a villain. You have to have the hero. You have to have it.
I'm gonna be honest, man. We talked about it, man. Conflict is good. Absolutely. I tell Kev this all the time. That conflict is not necessarily bad.
A bad thing, right.
No.
Yeah. So and I you know, they're trying to find a foil for Caitlin now. Mm-hmm. They just don't have a guard that's, you know, because her and Angel Reese, they don't play each other, they don't play the same position, so it can't be her. is kind of Caitlin against the league right now. Did you just see? Porzingis just hit another 3 from the logo. What the? Man, I'm going to bed, fellas.
Well, finish your thought. You was in mid thought. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm old, Kev. You know I'd be all over the place. Sorry. Yeah. So, what the hell was I saying?
She needs a shooting guard. She needs.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. She needs a foil, man. They don't have a foil. They don't have a natural enemy like Bird Magic. So right now, what they're doing is they're actually pointing it like Caitlin against the league. Right? That's what it is right now. Caitlin against the league because they don't have a guard that will be her enemy.
That's coming. So that's coming next year with Paige.
Yeah, well, yes.
That's coming because remember Paige and Caitlin, right? They came in at the same time.
Yeah.
Paige was higher ranked than Caitlin. Paige, her freshman year, won Player of the Year.
Paige is that's the young lady.
UConn. And she tore up her knee twice. So she's
very real.
Yeah.
Well, the way we're talking about Indiana, she's probably going to be on Indiana. So that's not going to work.
No, it's not because there's another team, Washington, who's like 0-9.
Yeah, they're terrible. Yeah,
the Mystics.
So they're not.
Well, don't they have an expansion team too?
Huh?
Isn't was it San Francisco coming in next year?
No, Golden State.
Golden State.
Yeah. So she's either gonna go to Washington or she's gonna go to Golden State, and that's gonna be the rival. There's no way they're going to team up Caitlin and Paige. No way. They'll fix it like how the
Ryan.
I'll say it.
Magic word.
They will fix the draft lottery just like how they did for the Knicks to get Patrick Ewing. They'll fix that shit.
What is blasphemy?
Shots fired.
They'll fix it before they do that.
Patrick Ewing is somewhere sitting in the wheelchair. Here you go.
You understand? But that was good. Listen. Like the NBA is not stupid. WNBA is not stupid. Listen. The Houston Rockets had a 5% to win the number 1 pick, but they got Yao Ming because because Houston had the highest Asian population at the time. Come on, guys. It is what it is. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
We know about these things, but we gotta play the devil's advocate when you say stuff like that, Ryan. That's all.
What we gonna do? Get fine.
All right. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I watched the Pirate game, and then I flipped over to the Aces game yesterday, and I just want to give a shout out to Asia Wilson. She's absolutely killing it. Like, she's 27 and 10 rebound plus, I think, a game.
She was a good call, Dan. She became the first player in WNBA history to have, I think she had 37 points, 15 rebounds, and like 6 steals and like 6 blocks. It was crazy. She's amazing. Asia right now is it right now. I know
she got bopped in the face 3 times in that game.
Exactly. It's a physical league. Look at, like, guys, you know me. I watch all the games. It's a bloodbath out there. Are they gonna have to change, some of their, hand checking, because there is no hand checking in the women's game, like how they have in the NBA. No. You can come across and clock somebody while you're setting a screen and all those things. So to be honest with you, the game is more physical in the WNBA than the NBA.
But I will say,
as far as gameplay,
the one funny thing I did see in that game was Clark was taking the ball out for the Aces, and she's talking to Becky Hammond, the coach, and the referee. She bounced past it right to the other team. I think Dallas.
Agumawale, for Dallas.
She looked like, you just passed me the ball. Oh shit! Boom.
It
missed, but that was fun.
Dan, good job for watching the game, Dan.
You know what? That's still part.
I was watching Chicago just a minute ago. I was.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it on another night because it's getting late. But that is still something that I say, and I'm being honest. Mm-hmm. The WNBA still has a lot of tightening up to do as far as
absolutely,
gameplay and making it a better product.
Yes,
but right now,
Leah Boston.
Absolutely.
Right now, conflict wins. That's
Absolutely.
all. It brings
Absolutely.
eyes, and it will be the way it is until
Yeah,
you know.
and to Caitlin Clark, bigging her up. Man, she's going. She's not complaining. She's taking it. You know what I'm saying? She's not. She does play like she argues with the ref a little bit too much for my liking. She has like the most technicals already. So she got to calm that down a little bit. Like, dude, you're a rookie. You're not gonna get these calls.
You're not gonna get the calls,
right? And you can't be lashing out. You know what I'm saying? This is not college.
And everybody says like, "Oh, these girls are jealous when they say that she thinks she's entitled," but there's a reason why.
Right.
Because she's always chirping with the refs, and they're like, "Yo, stop, just play."
Right. I mean,
I just want the Fever to work on their shooting.
Yeah.
Like layup drills for a whole practice because
right.
They can't make a field goal.
Me and Dan agrees with that one, boy.
You know what it is, because they can't dunk. Because I guarantee you, I seen a lot of NBA players miss layups too.
Well, why? But you know what? We're not going to
that comes down to
because the conversation was floated by the NBA and players to lower the rim.
No,
correct.
They could, and they didn't want to do it.
We playing midget basketball now.
No. They said 9.5. Look, you're gonna play with a smaller ball, but you beefing about the rim and the height of the rim. Stop playing.
That's a good point.
Stop playing. Don't do one and not the other.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
We got to go though, because I'm tired, man.
We must go. Great show. I'm glad we talked about the on the court stuff. There was a plenty of other stuff that was talked about. Yes. I just asked the WNBA, hey, if you want to be a great product, it comes with a lot of stuff. That's all I'm saying. You know, it comes with the good, comes with some bad stuff, comes with it too. Go ahead,
you can't be crying and moaning.
And Kevin, also to remember, it's still relatively a young league. They're gonna learn. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna make mistakes. It's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like any other league when they make new rules and do things to help the game and correct the game. But like the DA said, conflict is good, man. We just, you know what I'm saying? We all agree that the foul was a bad foul. It was dirty.
Yes.
But it's good for the game.
But it's good for the game, man. It's good for the game.
Appreciate that. Let's we're gonna give Ryan some applause there. Ryan's not last. We want to give Ryan some applause. There you go.
Appreciate you, fellas.
Yeah.
Party shots real quick. I'm gonna start with the DA since he says he's sleepy. DA, what you got for us before you nod off?
Yeah, I'm tired. That's all.
Appreciate you, DA. Dan, what you got for us, man?
Nothing real heavy, but Oklahoma is down 3-2 in the fourth inning. To Texas. So
change over.
They win. I think it's over. If Oklahoma wins, it's over. Yep. But nothing real heavy. Great show. Great banner. Finally, our finals are back, so we get to watch. Got the actual sports being played. We won't have to talk about them when they're taking a week break. But looking forward to the hockey play, the finals, and see how that goes.
Yeah, gotcha. The angry one, what you got?
Yo, man, great show as always, man. Thanks for everybody that was in the comment section. Everybody that gave us a like, gave us a look, gave us a listen. Those are the 3 L's. Those are the only L's that we take around here. Anyway, yeah, you need to pocket that one, Kev. Anyway. Yo, man, everybody be safe, man. Enjoy the sports, man. Whether it's conflict or not, man, enjoy the sports, man. And y'all have a good night, man. Y'all have a good night. Oh, and we need to talk about one of these days. We need to talk about how bad are the Chicago White Sox.
Wow. Yeah.
Well, that would
they do have one shining star, right? Yeah. One. They're horrible, though.
Yeah, they're very horrible. I didn't really get them applause, though. Thank you, E. We definitely had to probably take a look at that and talk about the White Sox are really bad. D-Dubs, his screen frozen and everything. What you got?
I'm frozen again.
Yeah, you're frozen again. It's all good.
What you gave me, man.
You're looking good, though.
You're looking
good. Yeah, you got a smile on your face.
Yeah, you got a smile on your face.
Yeah, right. It's a good freeze.
Great show tonight, man. And the Dallas Mavericks look like they're in trouble, but it's one game. So with that being said, we'll see you next week. Appreciate everybody hanging out, rocking with us. WNBA is in a good space, and hey, we're talking about them, so that's a good thing. So it starts there.
Yep.
Like Mike said, Celtics play with their food, so they could actually lose this game. So.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's always second half. We'll see.
Ryan, what you got for us, bro?
Man, thank you guys for having me. Playoffs are here, so it's exciting. WNBA's in full swing. So I'm looking forward to talking more about the finals on both sides, hockey finals, NBA finals. So yeah, man, let the best team win. And thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate you, Ryan. Appreciate you, man. Ryan always with his energy is incredible, man. And we just be having spirited debates and spirited things on the text message thread. Him and D-Dubs. I was working. I was like, man, this phone keep ping, 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 ping. They was going at it.
D-Dubs he's hilarious. D-Dubs is hilarious, man.
Yeah, man.
Listen, I ain't got much to say. I appreciate all you guys, man. Shout out to our guest tonight, to Jay Kington of in the Miami podcast for coming through, talking about soccer, man. Jay is our man when it comes to soccer. Shout out to all those in the comments tonight, like the Angry One said. Shout out to those. Our best YouTube video we got over like 4K views, man. Shout out. Talk about we address all drama, people addressing each other in the comments, man. Keep it going. We appreciate y'all, man. Thank you.
Love it.
Shout out to my niece for the call to action tonight. She texted me, am I on the show? I was like, yeah, he was on the show. And then she talking about she want to get paid, man. Just
I tell you, man, these young kids, boy.
But youngest boy, I tell you, boy,
time valuable, man.
I ain't mad at her.
Hey, that was a record of her, man. So, but listen, we're gonna go.
Voiceover.
Go ahead.
I said voiceover. That's voiceover work.
Yeah, Oklahoma's up 5-3. Just like that.
Just like that.
Is it a home run?
Now she hit a bases loaded double.
Oh, cleared it, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. We are going. On behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren, your host and moderator, for Ryan D'Souza, our WNBA insider and contributor, for Daryl D-Dubs Warren with his frozen screen, for James, the Angry One Warren. Thank you for Dan Cade, our hockey dude, for the DA, Dorian Albritton, and for Mike Mills in his absence, our super producer in his absence. Yo, this is the Sports Chasers podcast. Be good, be great, have an awesome weekend, man. Yo, we get at you next Thursday. Peace.
That's a wrap for today's episode of the Sports Chasers podcast. Don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and your favorite podcast platforms, and connect with us on all social media channels for exclusive content and updates. We'd also love for you to join the conversation, share your thoughts, and become part of the Sports Chasers community. And remember to tune in next time for some more real sports talk. Until then, stay frosty.